really do not like how the internet tries to make it seem like watch Jazzy, Jasmin Brown, Cam Newton's mother of his children. Y'all be acting like she's the biggest dummy on the internet, and I don't like it. Because when Jada Waiter said she would rather cry in a rape than an Altima, it was tea. When Lil Durk proposed to India, it was couple skulls. When Ari in Moneybag Yo, he cheat on her all the time, it's cool. G Herbo and Hyena, it's cool. I feel like you should just say y'all don't like Cam Newton. Like he's not your type.
Pick-me's are women who try to do everything right just so a man can choose me. Yeah, cut that shit out. Cause I'm gonna keep it real with you. Men already know what they want in a woman and who they want. But if you're so nurturing and you're an asset and it's not you, they'll never tell you to stop doing what you're doing because it's beneficial.
Jasmin Brown and the posts she made that caused the internet to take notice of her. In case you were unaware, Jasmin Brown and Cam Newton are in a relationship. She talked about how anxious she would be if she had a son. She recently gave birth to his 9th child and is currently expecting their 2nd child. She admitted that she would be afraid of raising him to be a flawless man, something she has never known. Thus, she shared that if God gave me a son, I'll be so nervous because I feel like I subconsciously raised him to be a man I can only dream of, but never experienced. And that's traumatic. Then she said, everyone keeps wishing a son on me. They keep saying there's no love like the love from a son, and that gives me so much anxiety because what is that? All in all, I'm just praying for a healthy full-term pregnancy, labor, and delivery for me and my baby boy or girl. I don't care. I'm just praying for health. She is essentially acknowledging her fear that, should she have a son, she will unconsciously want to mold him into the ideal man, the sort of man she wishes she had in her own life but never had. And let us face it, we are all aware of Cam Newton's poor record with women. It is likely that she is not receiving the dedication, respect, loyalty, and emotional support she truly desires from him. This is really quite deep for her because, as you can see, she is essentially admitting that she is unhappy with her relationship and is already considering using her potential son to fill that void, which is really very sad. She says she is afraid that if she has a son, she might try to mold him into everything Cam Newton is not to her. She allowed Cam Newton to publicly disrespect her and essentially tell the world through his actions that he does not really want her for years, and she would defend his actions. Now, it seems like she is finally admitting that Cam Newton is having a significant negative impact on her emotional state. But as you can imagine, fans began to drag her and did not let up on her. This is another reason why I find it fascinating that she is coming clean. Someone said, so basically you want to raise him to be a man that's nothing like his father that you chose? Raise him to be a man, not your man. Don't let your misfortune in his life be his burden to carry. To be pregnant with a man's 9th child, your 2nd child with him, while simultaneously saying you will want to raise a son to be a man that you've never experienced, is wild as F. I hate to say it, but a lot of mothers treat their sons like their significant others. However, such remarks were absurd. And many people do not feel sorry for Jasmin because she often complains about how foolish women are and how you should never let a man play with you. In fact, she ended up being the exact woman she deprecates.
Pick-me's are women who try to do everything right just so a man can choose me. Yeah, cut that shit out. Cause I'm gonna keep it real with you. Men already know what they want in a woman and who they want. But if you're so nurturing and you're an asset and it's not you, they'll never tell you to stop doing what you're doing because it's beneficial. And I don't want to hear none of that shit like, oh, I'm just a nice person, I'm genuinely like that. Well, bitch, you gonna genuinely get played. No, it's just that I'm just naturally like that. Like the shit I do for him is natural. And your natural ass is gonna get played. If you are making a man's life easier, i.e. cooking, cleaning, providing pussy whenever he wants, and he's giving you the minimum, he's never going to do more. And he's never gonna tell you to stop because it's beneficial to him. History in niggerdom ever has a man been like, oh, stop doing all this stuff. Stop making my life easier. I don't look at you like that. Hell no, they gonna kick their motherfucking feet up and enjoy these perks without doing no work.
What does a submissive woman do for her man? Submissive woman do for her man?
Everything.
What does that mean?
You know, like packing his bag, unpacking his bag, just making sure all the things that he wants. And like, I pretty much read his mind. So it's like, if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning, I know how you are about midday, I know when you're in this mood, what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it. I mean, he's spoiled. Boy, it is my joy. You know, I love to see him eating the meal that I cook. I love seeing him sleep easy. Every night, like clockwork, I scratch this man's back to sleep. And I know when he's asleep because I can tell when his breathing changes. And some people might think that's psychotic, but that's like, I just know that's when I'm like, oh, I can stop now. But I find joy in being your rest.
Get straight into the shit because I'm gonna tell you like this. Ladies, Stop letting that man spin the block on you. Stop letting him do it. Why? Why didn't you take it back every time? Well, he said this time was gonna be different. He said that he ready for commitment. He said anything he need to say to keep getting that. How are you supposed to find your husband and your soulmate if you keep letting little Dusty, little Raggedy spin the block on you? Spin the block, tear your walls down, go ghost, come back again, spin the block again. He just can't get enough of me, of your dumb ass. That's what he can't get enough of, you just being dumb enough to take it back. I'm not trying to call you stupid because we've all been there. Lord knows, I done been there too. But what it just
He not right for you, sis. Come on, man. What we doing, dog? Yeah, but we just have a connection. And you keep letting him in again and again and again. Come on, man. How are we in the month of October, going into November, then December, then January, and he gonna spin a block again on you after he get what he want, go ghost, and then come back again, and you keep letting him back again?
Do not say what you will not do, because you will be the first to do it, goes the old proverb. Jasmine's life at the moment is like that. She used to talk about her, and she is just that. And let me tell you, that post does seem to be her way of expressing herself. Ultimately, though, she is not going anywhere, no matter what she says. If she does go, I believe it will take a very long time. Furthermore, it will take a lot for her to go. She feels like she is already involved too much. Therefore, I believe Cam Newton would have to be the one to leave her. She already has 2 of his kids, plus 1 more is on the way. She has also made a significant emotional investment. And since he is making it clear that he is not even faithful to her, I believe far more than he does, okay? However, I would like to know your thoughts on this matter. How do you feel about the post that Jasmine made? Do you believe she will look for the love she does not receive from her son and her partner? That is all I have to say, but please share your thoughts about it below. I will speak with you later.
Now, Jazz, you do not need to say any of this. You could have kept this to yourself. Because first of all, you're still going to stay with Cam Newton. And second of all, people been warned you about him before you even got pregnant. You didn't want to hear what we had to say. You got pregnant by him anyway. And then people was telling you about him some more. And he said you were still looking for his future wife and all this other stuff. And then you decided to get pregnant by him again. And he kept embarrassing you. And he has a lot of kids already. So you've been warned multiple times, warning you about getting away from this nigga and warning you to not get pregnant by him. But you decide to do that anyway, so I don't feel sorry for you. Because you continue to get pregnant by this man. You continue to be with him, so I don't feel sorry for you. And you used to make jokes about a situation like this, and now you're in the situation, so I don't feel sorry for you whatsoever. Because like I said, you was warned multiple times by a lot of people. You know, you need to get away from this nigga. He got a lot of kids, da-da-da-da. And you decided to get pregnant by him over and over and over again. So this is on you. We don't want to hear it. You could have kept this to yourself.
So I was on IG when I came across a post from the Shade Room. They were talking about Jasmin Brown, comedian Jasmin Brown, that's Cam Newton's baby mama. Well, of course, we know that she's pregnant again by him. And she was kind of transparent post. The thought of possibly having a boy, which I'm assuming she doesn't know the sex of the baby, gives me anxiety. And, you know, people was like going in on her, like, you knew the type of man you was dealing with, same old shit. But I say that to say, I understood what she was talking about, because when I was pregnant with Sugar Mama, when I found out that she was a girl, my anxiety level just went through the roof. And it went through the roof because my biggest fear was being the same person that birthed me. And I refused to be that person to her. So I understand where she's coming from. Like, I understand what she meant. But at the same token, like, girl, why did you have another baby? Like, that's stupid.
I really do not like how the internet tries to make it seem like watch Jazzy, Jasmin Brown, Cam Newton's mother of his children. Y'all be acting like she's the biggest dummy on the internet, and I don't like it. Because when Jada Waiter said she would rather cry in a rape than an Altima, it was tea. When Lil Durk proposed to India, it was couples goals. When Ari and Moneybag Yo, he cheat on her all the time, it's cool. G Herbo and Hyena, it's cool. I feel like you should just say y'all don't like Cam Newton. Like he's not your type. Like he's not the type that you would let cheat on you. That's what you should say. Because when all the other girls is getting cheated on by they rapper / athlete / they're not the biggest dummy in the world, and every time they post, y'all not at their neck. So why are y'all doing my girl like that? I'm just asking a question. Somebody let me know.